Welcome to Monday Nightmare. This is Women's Wrestling Talk, and if you hear the sound of my voice, that means we are actually having a Raw post show. I just got home after a long drive, and apparently there were some black SUVs tailing me along the way. I think they actually had a Canadian flag decal in the car, so I knew I had to actually do this post show. Otherwise, TK was going to send them boys on me. So we just opened up Monday Night Raw. With the showing of the Crown Jewel title. Of course, Crown Jewels this weekend. We're going to have some moments with Seth Rollins and also Dom. Well, I'm just going to call them Livdom entering the arena together. And now we're taking a look at last Monday where Braun Breaker became a two-time Intercontinental Champion. I'm going to wait for y'all to start filling up the chat. Yeah, that J match, that moment with Jacob and Braun last week was serious. Hey, what's up, Boza? Yeah, I don't know about the money, but she has a lot of influence in these streets, and some people followed me home. Let's just leave it at that. TK knows people in high places. So right now we're going through last week's Raw, last week's SmackDown. Of course, the Bloodline costing Jay the title, then the OG Bloodline costing the new Bloodline the tag team titles with the reveal from Jay. And Jay and Jimmy reuniting. I'm still trying to figure out what inning we're in because something has to give here. And we're almost certainly going to get some type of Bloodline influence on the show tonight. I don't know where they're going to fit it in, though. There's been rumors going around that people think it's automatically going to be War Games for the Bloodline, but there's been some rumors going around that the match is actually going to take place at Crown Jewel. Sindel has hashtag save said, hashtag not slavery, hashtag workers' rights. If you see me being very still at any time, that is because there are very influential people behind my camera keeping me here and picture. So just know. People were so mad about Jay losing the belt, but like he didn't lose no juice from dropping the belt. Like he's still the biggest baby face on Monday Night Raw. Pissed me off that they recorded a post Crown Jewel SmackDown. Now the spoilers are over Twitter. Are they? I haven't seen them. I hate that I've become a yeeter. I hate that I've become a yeeter so bad. I'm about to have all this Jey Uso merchandise. That reunion didn't mean that much to me because I don't really think Jay can actually take the persona he's at now and go back into like the tag team stuff. Like Jimmy's gonna have to elevate himself to get on Jay's level because you can't just ditch all this, like all the merch that's moving, the interest with the fans, like all the interaction. That's why their feud at Mania didn't really it did nothing for Jimmy. Deal saying, yeah, we know the finisher pretty much every match. Well, that's what happens with the pre-records. Bose is saying that won't be the post show. That's their go home show. Makes sense because everybody's leaving tonight. Jay had a great singles run. Jimmy hasn't done nothing with it. We don't know if it's a permanent reunion or to get through War Games. That's a good point. We don't know. It could just be like a quick reunion and they go to separate ways. But still, what does that do for Jimmy? Like, can we get Jimmy to at least be some semblance of a credible single star if they're going to be apart for an extended period of time? And yes, we will be multitasking between Monday Night Football. My Detroit Pistons are playing, and of course, the Dodgers and Yankees in the World Series. So bear with me. I agree with you, Sendell. I think it would make more sense for Solo's bloodline to win any match that's going to happen imminently, just because I think that's how you carry this story along, and then that's how you get Roman on his redemption tour as far as being a tyrant and then being more of a sympathetic character, even more so. And maybe that's how we get Sammy back into the fold. So Jimmy's here now. If anybody's watching the World Series along with this, I'm being told that Fat Joe's doing the performance for the World Series, which is probably not going over too well. The Air Force is reunited. Jimmy got the Air Forces with the strap, though. The whole New Day Pod stuff comes up like every week now about the time where they were like, oh, are they really twins? But like, it's been so long. They've shifted their look so much. They don't really look like twins no more. Jimmy just thanked him. That wasn't predictable at all. Jay is not going for a reunion if you guys are watching. Hey, Jay ain't got to stun on his brother like that though. That's crazy. Me interested if they keep their individuality through all this. Tama and Tonga are in the building. An attack has started. So that means Solo's outside. That means Jacob can't be far behind. And he just sent Jacob into the fight. They just agreed to meet up with Roman on Friday. Ain't Roman gonna be here tonight? Ooh. Big fan of throwing weapons at people. That needs to happen way more. Usos as a united front, little super kick party. Sends a new bloodline retreating. Now we had a commercial break. Let's see what the score of these games are right now. Yeah, Solo is really blending into this character as the boss of that faction, where he don't always have to get his hands dirty, and it's actually starting to work. So they really got to start doing this the right way, and I mean, yeah, they got to really get some W's. Naka, I don't want to say that wrong. How are you? I'm doing all right. I can't complain. Thanks for asking. Christy, what's up? Do you think that once this bloodline stuff is over at Survivor Series, Jay goes back to Raw and does his own thing? I don't know that it culminates at Survivor Series. I think that might be like a fork in the road just before you pick back up for whatever's going to happen at WrestleMania. But yeah, I think with the trajectory Jay has right now, I think it makes more sense in the build to WrestleMania to have him be on a bit of a solo path. And this is why that's why I feel like the new bloodline should probably go over there. So it just extends because I think whatever's going to happen, it culminates at Mania. Like all the rumors and even Cody's quote earlier this week about people not really knowing what to expect from the Mania main event, that it's not as telegraphed as it's been in previous years. There might be some truth to that. Like, imagine a main event that doesn't have Roman in it at all because they're doing this bloodline stuff, or maybe not a main event, but maybe it's night one as opposed to night two. Yeah, they're making way too much money in merch to like have Jay go back just being in the tag. That's why something has to give to get Jimmy up on that same level as Jay. Has anybody caught the scare tactics show in the chat? Anybody caught what Cody did with the New Day or what the New Day are doing on the show? Let me know your thoughts. Interesting. Right now they're showing clips of the main events from this past WrestleMania, and they're gonna put the full match on YouTube on Friday. I wonder if that's telegraphed, just because that match was a tag team match with The Rock and Roman versus Seth and Cody. Probably going to have all the different outtakes, The Rock being The Rock and going off script a lot, which I'm pretty sure fans would be happy to see if they didn't catch that on the live Mania feed. WrestleMania tickets recently went on sale. Um, and if you've seen these prices, like I don't know how anybody could go. We're getting to the point where these tickets are almost like Super Bowl tickets, where it's like it's going to be geared towards entertainers and celebrities buying tickets at that type of rate, not actual fans of the product. So that's not a good look seeing the way those prices are right now. Judgment Day here. Is Raquel officially part of the Judgment Day or nah? So we're getting Dom versus Damien tonight in the main event. Not that much of. I mean, they was teasing it like it could have been a bigger surprise than that. So I won't say that's disappointing, but it seems like Damian Priest still in this Judgment Day orbit when he should be doing other things. We got Ludwig Kaiser in the ring. I might be in the minority. I still think it was dumb that they split Vinci from Imperium because, I mean, it hasn't made Imperium stronger and it also hasn't done anything for Kaiser. Sheamus versus Kaiser up next. Remember when y'all was playing Sheamus like he was overweight, like he not doing Celtic Warrior workouts on YouTube every week? All he do is get in game shape. People in the chat, how do you guys feel about Ludwig Kaiser? I know he's very popular with the producers and the writers backstage. Do you guys view him as a singles champion? Do you feel like it was a miss that they didn't actually have Imperium win the tag team titles before splitting those guys? Like, what do you guys feel like Ludwig Kaiser's ceiling is? Yeah. More ring post spots. We don't have enough ring post spots these days. That was a nice little brutality moment for Sheamus. And we got the prime display again. Oh, don't let's not edge with the prime display. Let's just knock that whole shit over. Let's knock it all over. Now we're back to another commercial break.
That's why dog chow is made with high quality protein and no fillers. Purina dog chow. Keep life simple. Purina dog chow. Keep life simple.
Essences is a force of nature, made with supercharged botanical blends. Our sulfate-free formulas deeply penetrate to boost hair health without the salon naturals price tag. Herbal essences.
Super J. Really?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Tell me. Giant pancakes?
You have a bunch.
Run for your lives!
He's so dramatic.
It's ultra. The way you see it is set depending on where you sit. At Extra, we think it also gets down to how you sit, which is why our technology is like music. These are groundbreaking elements that knowledge for plenty of hot and cold and touch with one straight out seat experience. At Extra, we've got our eye on the future of work, so we can focus on the present. Visit nextchair.com and shop our Step office chair. It's loaded with advanced ergonomic technology and ready to be customized with 5 new colors.
Are they open for core size or upper deck? Or concert? You know, you may find it.
Introducing the Wendy's Krabby Patty collab burger. It has fresh dinner. Wait for it. Where? Are you ready?
Still at commercial break. All right, we're back, and Kaiser's in control of Sheamus. We got an "I Believe in Joe Hendry" sign in the crowd. The Joe Hendry fandom has cooled off a little bit, but it has to be imminent that he has struck some type of deal for WWE appearances, like on the main roster. Sheamus rarely going to the top rope. Nice. Sheamus is obviously back from what was career-threatening injury. How do you guys feel like Sheamus should go out? I mean, I think he has to win the IC title, but it's probably too soon for him to feud with Braun Breaker. But maybe that's if Braun's really going to hold this title for a while. Maybe you tee that up closer to the Mania season. Yes, more punt kicks in wrestling. We're already halfway through the first hour with this match. Oh, we out of here. Bro kick. Now we got some momentum for Sheamus, but I don't. What does that do for Kaiser? I guess he just going in the background with the rest of the week with Gunther taking on Cody this weekend. Now we're hearing from Rhea giving her side of the story with everything with Raquel. Do any of you guys subscribe to the theory that the Rhea Ripley babyface run or turn isn't working as much? Or does she still have all the momentum in the world? Oh, we got a Jimmy moment. Or sorry, Sammy moment.
Shut up, man.
I like it. I like that we're introducing Sammy to this early. Jay telling him that he wouldn't understand because he's not family, and all that storyline with Sammy earning the trust of the family, becoming more than just honorary Oos, and that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Because now when Sammy actually has to go to Jay's aid to help, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, you are family, and that's what's gonna send Kevin Owens through the roof. Woo. They're gonna they're gonna have Kevin Owens lose it completely. So we're ending the show with Dom versus Damien. Pretty sure Judgment Day is going to try to get Dom the win so he can challenge Gunther. Then we're going to probably get something from Rhea there as well. Judgment Day still dominating Monday Night Raw, or at least that storyline is. Okay. Bows of your feet might be a little bit faster than mine, but looks like we're getting Zelina Vega versus Ivy Now tonight. That should be fun. Dog, everybody is clowning this Dwayne Wade statue. Oh my God. Undertaker's doing a 3-city Texas tour December 13th to 15th. Are you going to go? Yeah, here's the commercial for Dallas, Houston, Austin. And we got Gunther cutting a promo on Cody. They got to be very careful with this match this weekend. And I know we're gonna get Super Cody and all this other type of stuff, but like Gunther to this point has only lost to Sami Zayn in the past couple years. Pretty sure if Sendil's still here, if you saw the spoilers, I would have to believe that Gunther and Kaiser win this tag team match with Randy and Cody on Friday, just from influence of Kevin Owens, who takes on Randy Orton at Crown Jewel. Now we got Zelina entering the ring. Still don't like that the LWO beat American Made to be in this tag team title to further themselves in the tag team title tournament. Everything about American Made with the optics looks good, but I don't know why they need to be prominently featured more. Dodgers already up 2-0. Love it. Did she just slap Ivy with the chocolate as well? Look at Selena doing meteors like she's Sasha Banks. Excuse me, Mercedes Monet. I wonder if this is going to be our only women's match tonight between Zelina and Ivy. Because the only other big storyline on Raw right now is what's going on with Liv and Rhea and Raquel. I mean, there is the women's tag team titles, which have been featured on all three brands. So it wouldn't surprise me to see maybe Damage Control, Piper, and Chelsea in some fashion leading into the Fatal 4-Way Tag title match this Saturday. Now we're back from action. Zelina's in control. Ooh. Wait, that's what? That was a reversal? Is Lena out here hitting moonsaults now? Yeah, we gotta get these tag titles off of Finn and JD McDonough just because we are losing it without having like teams like the LWO, American Made, hell, even the Wyatts going for the tag titles right now. Looks like she was going for Code Red. Julius helps. And the LWO and the Creeds are getting into it on the outside of the ring. Creeds are clearly going to have the upper hand there. Ooh, that's it. Ivy now picks up the win over Zelina Vega. Boza says, not a fan of Ivy winning. She doesn't need to win at all. All this does is prove Chad was right to be scared of Zelina. I mean, a lot of people are wondering like what the point of the LWO is, and then you put the wrong tag team in the tag team title picture. So we got to see. I like how we building this storyline with Jimmy J and Sammy. Now Jimmy's going to try to talk to Sammy, try to be voice of reason. Looks like we're going to get Seth Rollins next, which I hope that we get Bronson Reed attack. I need tsunamis tonight. Multiple tsunamis. I agree, Boza. It makes sense from that standpoint. I just didn't feel like they needed to involve either side into the tag team title picture to further that. It made more sense for who was the opposite? It made more sense to have the Creeds in the title picture. Um, and even so, like even with the New Day, it's like they were going to do something more with Ray and Xavier. It's like it could have been away from the tag team title picture. Because now I feel like we're doing that tag team match just for the Viking Raiders to win. And you could have had a better match with the LWO and the Creeds being in that match. Okay, we're already an hour in. One more hour remaining of Monday Night Raw. We got to see what's going to happen with Seth next. Matter of fact, let's see what else is on the card tonight. So Seth and Bronson about to go face to face. Like I said, I hope it ends up in multiple tsunamis. Then we got the number one tag title contenders match, and then Dominic Mysterio versus Damon Priest. So that means this next segment might take like 10 minutes, and then we'll just have two matches left, and we'll probably see what's going to happen with Sami Zayn and Jimmy Uso once Jimmy tries to go talk to Sami backstage. You think who will hear? You think Cody will try to talk to Jay? I can see that, just because Jay and Cody were tag team champions, but that means Cody will try to. Or do you mean Sammy? Do you mean Cody will try to talk to Sammy? I know on live they said Cody was going to be at Raw tonight, but I don't see where he fits in with just this final hour remaining. So maybe not. If you're on the West Coast, Crown Jewel will be starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time. This is a very mild outfit for Seth Rollins to be wearing, just very basic. In Hershey, Pennsylvania, you got to know Seth is still stinging from leaving DC yesterday evening after seeing that Commanders lost versus his Bears. He had to sit in the press suite and watch that in real time in person. Yeah, there is going to be a pre-show for Crown Jewel this weekend. Of course, like you said, the special start time, 1 p.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Pacific time. I don't know. I don't know if there needs to be a match on the pre-show because some of these some of these rivalries probably need to have more build. So they're probably doing more packages and anything just to beef up the rivalries of some of these feuds. Because at this point, I don't know what you would put on the pre-show, and I hope you don't put the women's Fatal 4-Way tag titles on the pre-show. Can't imagine anything else pre-show worthy. Like there's a space I can see the United States title on the pre-show, but but I think they've done enough with Melo versus Andrade that it makes the actual card. I can hear the pain in Seth's voice after seeing that loss. I hear it. Seth is going on about how he's just as much of a monster as Bronson Reed. Bronson's here. Sporting the new Tsunami shirt. Make sure y'all spam that merch. That's a very good shirt. Yes, please give me a Tsunami on one of these cars. Take the bait, Seth. Take the bait. Did he just take off a leather? Did he just take off a leather jacket to another leather jacket? He just pulled a sting. That was like the same leather jacket over the same leather jacket. Yes, car spot. Oh, I see it. I see the vision. Seth is going through that car. Oh, nope, never mind. Curb stomp onto the hood of the car. This is confirming that Seth is getting sent to the upper room on Saturday. Yes. He shook off the curb stomp. What would be the perfect stipulation, Boza? I would love a stipulation. Yes. Again, big fan of throwing weapons. Said that last night. Big fan of throwing weapons at the opponent. Just launch that trash can at Seth. Beautiful. False Count Anywhere will be fun, but with the way those arenas are set up for Crown Jewel, I don't know how that would work. Like how far into the arena they would be able to do it. Those usually have like super long entrance ramps. I mean, they can definitely go into the crowd of the arena for sure. And now we're at commercial after Seth pretty much just got taken out. What the hell? Okay, we're at a commercial. What the hell is House of Villains? Is that where TV is gone? It's a stupid version on the E of their Big Brother. 10 of their favorite TV villains compete for 200K. But what it, I get what, guess what determines them being a villain though is where I'm getting at. That doesn't add up to me. Depends on the cast of the season. What's up, Lewis? How long do y'all think this? I feel like that we're what? We got like 50-ish minutes left in the show. I don't feel like that Dom match is going to be long. So I think the majority of this time is probably going to be spent on Jimmy trying to talk to Sammy and then the tag team number one contender match. The real question is, does Dom win? And are we going to do Judgment? I'm not going to say Dominic Mysterio versus Gunther. Are we going to do like Judgment Day versus Gunther on Raw for a little bit of a stretch? Did I just see that we're doing the Fatal 4 women's match on Friday, but it's also for the titles on Saturday? That's what Seth Rollins get for talking shit. What was it? It says the Miz has become the lackey. Wait, become the lackey for Final Testament. See, I wouldn't even consider a Miz a lackey. I mean, I guess that has to be his title technically, but I think he's going to be the mouthpiece that that faction needs to actually get it over. You know what? It would be fun if they did Final Testament versus Wyatt Six inside of War Games. I don't really see. There's not really a women's division match War Game suitable this year. A main roster, at least NXT. I think you can pull it off if they were to do it. But it would be fun if they did Wyatt Six versus Final Testament inside War Games. This fool just said, "What's up, Butch? You seen Pete?" So Miz just tries to reconcile with R-Truth, only just for Truth to smack Miz and tell him good luck with the Wyatt Six. And then we get a moment with, I guess they're still calling themselves Alpha Academy, but I don't know why Otis himself is walking around wearing a free Otis shirt when he is absolutely freed. So I guess. The NXT War Games would be Roxanne versus Julian War Games, but main roster can't find them. Yep. And sometimes, I mean, I think there's been times in recent years where they might have had a forced one. I don't think this is the year to do that. Real good to see them back as the War Raiders. Good to see Eric back in good health too, because he had a nasty injury. Not necessarily Boza, because I think they can really tee up this match with the Bloodline this weekend. I don't know if you can. You don't really have to force a War Games match there. I really think you can do Final Testament versus Wyatt 6 if you give it enough time over the next month. We got to do something with the New Day here by the anniversary. Is everybody in agreement that the War Raiders win this match? Do anybody think there's going to be a curveball at all? Dragon Lee and Cove trying to get Ivor up out of here early. Yeah, curveball would absolutely be the LWO winning this match. But then you can see, now you made me think about it, because then you can kind of do LWO, which is Ray and Dragon Lee versus Finn and JD, especially with Damien taking on Dom tonight. You can kind of tie those two things together, but I hope they don't do that. Commercial.
Smoke, season, spice, sauce, bold, and warm. It's a whole new kind of crisp, done its own way. The future, the way you see it is set depending on where you sit. And exterior, we think it also gets down to how you sit, which is why our technology is button music. With our groundbreaking LMAX technology, bringing hot and cold and touch into one extraordinary seating experience. And exterior, we've got our eye on the future of seating. It's loaded with tremendous technology and ready to cover in 5 colors.
Six 22. Should be back from action now, and we are. Got to think this match ends in the next 3 to 5 minutes because we still got to figure out what's going on with Sammy and Jay. Then we got the main event, which 100% is going to have Rhea get involved with Liv. I guess the real question is, does anybody want to see the team of Finn and JD opposite of any of these teams in the ring? WrestleMania 2-day combo tickets on sale now, and those prices are outrageous. Were the fans chanting for Kofi and Woods didn't want to tag out? Though boom drop Kofi said for the finish, is Woods going to tag himself in? SOS. Kofi's going for a big trust fall. Now we're going to this match is going longer than I expected. Now we're going to another commercial break. Baseball fans, Dodgers are up 3-0. Top of the fourth. All right, back. Ivar's tall in the ring. Just missed a Bronco Buster on what looks like to be Ray. Eric and Dragon Lee are in. Kofi ate that double stomp, so that means Wood's probably gonna finish the match. So we're going through a full Dragon Lee hot tag moment, taking out everybody. Everyone's down, raising outside. I think Ivar just crawled back into the ring. Pretty sure Kofi's still the legal man. Oh no. They were going for the finisher. Wow. Chad Gable. That's random as hell. Was Chad Gable just under the ring the whole time? That's so damn random. That's so random. It's like if Chad Gable was going to take out Ray, I feel like they could have did that way earlier in the match and just made Dragon Lee be by himself. I mean, you told a few storylines there. You're going to have LWO versus American Made, which Ivy now got the win over Zelina earlier today. Viking Raiders go on as number one contenders. the rift between the New Day is gonna tee up because Woods could have helped finish the match right there, and he chose to try to take out Ray when Kofi and him could have won the match. So I mean, they told three stories there, which is cool. How long Tessitore been with the company? Have we been? Are we at like a? We had a few months now, a couple months. Are we used to him being the voice of Monday Night Raw at this point? Okay, almost 2 months then. Looks like Karrion Cross wants the Miz to help them find Bo Dallas tonight. Now we get Damian Priest coming out. Good point, Boza. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, they did that at the beginning of the show. I get it, but this is pretty much going to be the end of the show here. Yeah, they absolutely missed a 3 hour show.
I have destiny. Power. I have no control an empire. But I own it now. Your life. This will be my path. Live long. And you will die.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling. As fast as 2 weeks or so. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop further joint damage.
W Social has revealed that they are doing their traditional Madison Square Garden day after Christmas show. Jalen Brunson revealed it at the Knicks game. Tickets going so Friday. That'll be dope. And they'll probably do whatever they were do. Well, they're doing that thing with Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton. Probably have both guys taking an appearance depending on the game schedules.
AbbVie can help you save. At Papa John's, the Shakaroni Snack is our extra big ultra bony super pepperoni pizza. The biggest of the big.
So we're getting Damian Priest versus Dominic Mysterio. And the big question is, do we go to a finish here? I was on mute. My bad. Here we go with Jimmy, presumably looking for Sammy.
Told you. Family is all we got. Me, you, and Mama got to do.
Ooh. That was interesting. We had Sammy in the parking lot talking to Solo. I don't think that was anything more than Solo telling Sammy, like, hey, you don't need to be involved with this, bro. But that's a hell of a wrinkle right there. But here we are, 6:46, and this match still hasn't started. Dom's coming to the ring with Raquel and Liv. We might not get much of a match. I feel like we're going to get some type of interference with everybody. We might see Finn and JD come get involved, which is going to prompt the Viking Raiders, which is going to prompt Rhea. We need to go ahead and start letting Dom come to the ring with the lowrider now. Every entrance. This match is going probably just about as well as you thought. Priest dominating early. This prime display is just surviving the entire night, and it's bothering me.
Here's to collecting more of those memories. One WWE action figure at a time. Exclusively from the town. Quick, it's about to start. Grab a glass. Six. And shut time. There you go. Now that Amazon fall favorites are here. Save on fashion, home, beauty, and more. Shop Amazon fall favorites now.
These commercial breaks kind of kill all momentum with 2 Hour Raw. I'm not gonna lie. Like this format, if it was Netflix all the way through, they would have so much more room to further storylines, have moments, and matches feel a little bit more authentic. But these 2 hour shows with the amount of commercial breaks, it's just not working. Feels like there's so much left to be said.
Five cheese mac and cheese, the crave-worthiest, cheesiest pasta possible. Just like all of our mouth-watering oven-baked pastas. So try one for yourself, including our new 5 cheese mac and cheese mix any order at Domino's.
Who is?
That's what I want to know.
We're not investigating the whole liver case right now. The only investigation I'm doing is getting who put the hands on all signs leading to that guy.
Sure, that's his GS.
That'll solve these people will die.
The recent former world heavyweight champion King Reese had that championship belt against the guy who used to be his treasure chamber, Dirty Tom Mysterio, says, I want to go after that title. Well, listen to Tom that's in front of him to try and earn himself a position to contend. Latino cheats out his best with the Three Amigos. Denied. What a punisher. Damian Priest. Dirty Dog got a little bit too cocky there. Did not finish the job in time, and that has brought a window of opportunity for the worst nightmare of Dirty Dog. Get some life back in the front. As indeed may have his hopes of winning this matchup and becoming number one. Earning himself an opportunity to become number one. Priest now taking complete control against Dominic Mysterio. Damian Priest has a habit of doing exactly that against every single opponent he gets in the ring with. Looks for win. Hence why this is such a massive mountain for Dirty Dog to climb. Obstacle put in his path by General Manager Aaron Pierce, who clearly has zero faith in Dirty Dog pulling this off. Opportunity to stay in title contention.
I love that we're utilizing lower thirds to talk about what's happened in the show thus far.
When Big Boss Reed and Seth Rollins are scheduled to go after it in Saudi Arabia. Radio Plays is not supposed to be enjoying matches this deep into them, but what fun this man is having as he goes in for the kill. We've seen this a million times for Briggs, lining up that south of heaven. Trying to lock it in for Dirty Tom Strong coming in a skins. Great instincts from Dirty Dog. It was game over how he walked into that. Smell danger coming and go out and watch in a hurry, but there simply may be no respite from Damian Priest.
Way slowed the hell out of that.
I've never seen you move so fast, Joe. That's what I do. I'll play you. He just blasted Dirty Tom. Straight back on the offense. Now, wait a second. Hey, what's going on here? JD McDonough and Carlito. This is small, but the jump will get Liv Morgan taking the referee's attention alongside the cow. Dirty Tom said, I want to do it on my own. Oh, hey, JD. Look who's back. Damian Priest immediately fighting
So I guess the match is technically still going. The bell hasn't been ringing. The match hasn't been thrown out yet. Priest is taking out JD. He's taking out McDonough. Where's Finn? Wow. Wow. Dom stole a win versus Priest. Wow. He stole a win. We're going to get Dom versus Gunther at some point. Interesting. Now Priest just gonna go ape shit and just take a chair to Dom. Ref just says, screw it, have at it. Damian Priest taking out the members of the Judgment Day all by himself. And I guess that's your ending to Monday Night Raw this week. We see Damian Priest standing tall in the ring over Dom after taking an L. Damian Priest, who I believe just went up to Gunther last week, let him know that he's coming back for the title, only to drop a match to Dom this week and put Dom into the main title picture. So that is interesting to say the least. So we'll have to see exactly how this goes going forward. But that's been Monday Night Raw. I expected more from this, but you know how these things go. That's Monday Night Raw. Dom is victorious. Give me a few minutes and I will jump back on this stream to give you guys a quick wrap up of everything that happened on Monday Night Raw, just in case you missed it. Make sure you keep it locked with us. This is Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 network for women's wrestling.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com.